ASMR artist. So today's video is a little different than what I normally do, but it's something that I wanted to share with you guys just because it was something different. So, real quick note about the audio. My neighbor has a giant concrete truck that's just running non-stop right now. So if I didn't record this video now, I don't know when I would have been able to. And so I'm using my headset mic. I do have my Yeti going too, but when I checked before, the audio from the concrete truck was being picked up too heavily, so I'll probably end up going with the audio on the headphones. So that's the reason for the different audio. But I was gonna try to do a vlog with this, but I'll go into the specifics of it here in a little bit, I guess. So, background for the Game Grumps for me, they were pretty much the first YouTube channel that I ever really got into, where I was following them on a daily basis and enjoying their content. So when they appeared on the scene as officially the Game Grumps, was pretty close to when I moved to Seattle, and so it was just kind of something fun to look forward to. There wasn't a lot really going on in the way of anything other than the move. Like, we were just kind of kept to ourselves, so I just kind of enjoyed hearing what, Aaron and John were going to be doing on their videos and stuff, and, some of their humor is pretty crass and things, but it's still funny, you gotta laugh every once in a while, so. But since then, the Game Grumps has become something totally different, with a whole different group of people than they initially had. Aaron's always been there, but they've brought in a lot of other people and done a lot of other things, so the channel is a lot different now than it was. I don't watch it as much as I used to, but I still enjoy it. So, but in a random side note, before I even started to watch Game Grumps, I was watching the PlayStation show The Tester, which is about people who compete on a reality show to become a playtester. And Aaron, who was known as Ego Raptor, I'm pretty sure if I remember, on the show, which is his other persona for animation and stuff, he was on that show, and they pretty much put him through the ringer. So I knew him through that show before I knew him through the Game Grumps. And then I went back and learned he was huge into animation with Newgrounds, which was one of the first video game animated sites. And so he has a lot of random comedy videos pertaining to video games and commentary and stuff. And so I was enjoying those beforehand. And then I went back and checked out John Dron's channel too. So, so the guys have always interested me. John was only on the show for about a year, and then, the focus shifted. I think maybe they were trying to do something different for the format, and plus I think John was just kind of getting burnt out on doing it, since they were providing daily content and stuff, and he doesn't really like to be tied down to schedules and stuff. But he's doing well on his own channel. He doesn't post every single day. Sometimes there would be months where he would go without posting, but he does post quite a bit, and he does humor-related stuff too. So Dan stepped in after John and just kind of switched the dynamic a little bit. So about my experience for the Game Grumps. So you see here, I got the VIP package for this Game Grumps experience. They came to Seattle, and they've been here quite a few times, but every single sells out. So I was excited to be able to go to this, and really the main reason I was able to go and get the VIP experience was, I'm sure you all remember when I got my Elgato in February, I believe. It was defective, so when I sent it back, the funds arrived in my account, like the day that the tickets went on sale for this. So I got my VIP ticket with the refunded money from the Elgato, because at that time there weren't even any Elgatos I could find that were cheap enough. It's kind of questionable right now. I don't want to have it happen to me again where I get one and it's a faulty one, so I do still want to get one so I could do retro gameplay and stuff, but so that's what happened. I used that funds to do that. But so the final party refers to this particular format that the Game Grumps do. They're not done touring, but they're done with this format, which is the party format. They go on stage and they talk over their games, as you know, on the channel. But with this, they play Mario Party together, and so it's Dan and Aaron who play, and then there's a player 3 and 4. So what they do is they split the theater in half, where player 3 is over here and player 4 is over here. And basically for players 3 and 4, they have their assistant run out and pick up people to represent team 3 and 4. So I was on this side, which was team DK, Donkey Kong, and this side was team Waluigi. And it was a lot more high energy than, you know, listening to them on just on YouTube and stuff. A lot of cheering and yelling and things. So it was very energetic, and it was sold out as well. As you can see on the thumbnail, I posted the marquee for the show outside. But so I was going to do it as a vlog, but I just went by myself. And random thing, if you were VIP, you got to go to a private Q&A before the show. So, but about 3 days before the event, they said, hey, you have to be here by 4:30 on the dot. Do not be late if you're VIP. And I was, and that kind of shocked me because I was ready for it to be not that early. The main show started at 7, so to have us be there getting in the door at 4:30 I thought was odd. I thought they would have had us like go in at 6 and then have the show at 7. But I guess like they open up the theater an hour before the event. So general public starts coming in at 6, so because of that, they wanted to have our private thing. They had to have us in seated by 5 o'clock and then do the Q&A. So it was a lot of just sitting and waiting and things like that. So that kind of like deflated it a bit and didn't really make it too much of an exciting vlog type of thing. And then when we got in there, we got our tote bags and stuff, and I'll go over the contents of it with you all as we're going through things here. But we had the private Q&A, but a thing that bummed me out was the Q&A. I thought everyone was at least going to get a question if they wanted one. So they had a guy, same guy, run around with the mic and grab people to ask a question. I wish they had just like passed the mic in the rows so that way if you had a question you could just do it. But you know what happens during every Q&A, people get the mic and they ramble before they ask their question. So there was quite a bit of rambling before questions were answered, so unfortunately we didn't get a lot answered. And I never got to ask my question, which was pretty much going to be if Aaron was going to do any more of the Lemon and Bill cartoons. It was one of his old things he did that I thought was really funny. If I remember, it's like a little bullet, and then there's like a guy who's a lemon, and they just have a little dialogue over different video games and stuff. I just thought it was really funny. It's from his Ego Raptor channel. And he does do some animations, but I know those characters he hasn't done anything with in a while. So that was going to be my question, but it never happened. And then the other thing, I'm not huge into Mario Party, and so that kind of sullied the gameplay a little bit. It was still fun, like the Grumps are fun and hilarious and everything, but I cannot stand Mario Party because it's totally random. And even like basically the end of the show, we had like the most stars and all that stuff, but somehow Team Waluigi still won anyway. So that type of crap is what annoys me about the Mario Party game. So the show was fun, the Game Grumps were fun, but I was bummed that I didn't get my Q&A question in, and I was bummed that our team didn't win, obviously, because Mario Party is so random. But, so I'll go through the items here for the show for the VIP stuff. And the description kind of bumped it up a little bit, but basically, since this was the guaranteed way that the Grumps would be touring, and since I was able to get a VIP ticket, I thought I might as well. So that's why I got a VIP seat, because I wanted to. If this was my only chance to see them, I was going to make sure it was going to be something where I got some cool stuff from it. So we have, this is for the VIPs only, it's got the exclusive on there. This is a canvas tote bag. It's not too bad. It's kind of simplistic, but it's fine. But, the, next piece of it, this was our early access badge here. And, you know, obviously we just wore this around our neck. And we got into the show early. So I was surprised that they just had it on something like this as opposed to like a Game Grumps branded lanyard. Especially since you can, they have like pins and stuff like that, so you think they'd want to like kind of puff it up to where, hey, you have this cool lanyard, go buy some pins to put on it, but they didn't do that, so maybe they'll do that in the future, hopefully. But for this, we got this thing that says early entry. It shows the promotion art, the final party. And then this was the second thing. We got, it's our VIP exclusive ticket. And I was kind of underwhelmed by that, because basically the thing was advertising like, oh, you get your exclusive item, and then, you know, the bag and stuff, and the other thing I'll show you in a minute. But like, this is almost the same as your pass, like, this pass and this ticket. Very similar, it's like the same type of material and everything. And so I would have gladly traded this for having like a Game Grumps lanyard, or even like stickers or a wristband or something, because this is pretty much the same thing. So I was kind of deflated by that. Now the final item that came with the VIP thing was a signed poster by Aaron or Ego Raptor and Dan. And then it shows all the tour dates. And so I thought this was cool. But I thought, basically in the past, the Game Grumps used to do meet and greets and stuff, but they always had trouble getting people through fast enough and organizational type things. So like the Q&A was their answer to that piece of it, where it's like, okay, it's an hour, let's try to do something extra for VIPs that we can guarantee, but still have the show go on time and everything. But, so I was like, okay, well, at least we're gonna have a signed poster by them. Since we can't physically, like, talk to them, like, shake their hand and stuff and get them to sign, at least we already have a signed poster. But, then I came to find out that in their merch store, you could just get this poster. Granted, it was still like $30 or whatever. But that kind of took the specialness out of it, because having the signatures, I thought since we are VIPs, we would at least have the added specialty of a signature, but you could just go in the lobby and get this if you're general admission or whatever you want to call it. And the ticket was almost 3 times as much as the other ones, and there were even people sitting right beside me who didn't have a VIP pass, and, you know, granted they didn't get the poster or the bag and stuff, but, you know, I was just a tad bit disappointed by that. Like I said, nothing negative about the Game Grumps. They personally put on a great show, but there are just little pieces of it that were kind of like deflated me a bit. The overused expression these days is I was whelmed, you know, I was entertained. It was fun, but I wasn't blown away. So I'll probably not do a VIP experience in the future unless there is an actual meet and greet. But, like I said, it was a good show. I was also surprised too. So the Q&A went on for the hour, but then we sat there and we waited for an hour for the show to start. And then the show was maybe about an hour and a half or an hour and 45 minutes. I thought it was going to be like a 2 to 3 hour thing. We got out and it was still like daylight outside. Now granted, you know, this is the Northwest where we're at, and it's summertime kind of. So the sun doesn't go down until about 9 here, but I always hate like when you get out of a movie and it's still like light outside and stuff. It's like really disorienting. So similar thing, we get out of the theater and then ta-da, it's still sunshine outside, you know, so. But they, like I said, they were entertaining. There were just little nitpicks about it. So these final items that I got were not part of the VIP package, but they were items that went on sale on their website, and they were sold out of them in like an hour or 2 or something, that they put available for the show, and they're already sold out of what they had for the tour too. But these are like their little plush keychain holders. I probably won't use them in that manner, but I was glad I got these, because these really fit the branding of like the video thumbnails and stuff. These were the faces that Ego Raptor made for the characters. This is Ego Raptor, Aaron here, this is Dan. So, but they're little felt guys. Like his hair's curly and stuff too, so they had really nice detail on these. I'm not sure how much of the fabric sounds you can pick up. But I was really happy I got these. And then they have the little logo. So for the last bit here, I'll go through and read the tour dates and do some tapping and stuff here. tracing. G A M E G R U M P S L I V E exclamation T H E F I N A L P A R T Y. So they are going and have been to June 2nd, Paramount Theater, Seattle. June 5th, Fox Theater, Pomona. June 6th, Orpheum Theater, Phoenix. June 7th, Chemo Theater, Albuquerque. June 9th, Paramount Theater, Denver. June 10th, Midland Theater, Kansas City. June 11th, Hoyt Sherman Place, Des Moines. June 12th, Agora Theater, Cleveland. June 14th, Chicago Theater, Chicago. June 15th, Riverside Theater, Milwaukee. August 12th, Danforth Music Hall, Toronto. August 13th, Danforth Music Hall, Toronto. August 14th, Carnegie Music Hall of Homestead, Pittsburgh. August 16th, Egyptian Room, Indianapolis. August 17th, James K. Polk Theater, Nashville. August 18th, Durham Performing Arts Center, Durham. August 20th, Center Stage, Atlanta. August 21st, Warner Theater, Washington. August 23rd, Bach Center, Schubert Theater, Boston. August 24th, Stone Pony Summer Stage, Asbury Park. August 25th, the Paramount in Huntington. So that's all their tour dates. So I gotta hold the poster up to my headset mic. That's gonna do it for tonight. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Check out the Anthology I'm a part of, Kickstarter below, for Werewolves and Unicorns. You do not have to commit to buy today, but you can pledge. Also check out the Bull number 1 digital copy link below. Let me know what you want to see. Make sure to like the video, subscribe if you haven't, and you all have a super, slumber. Thanks.